Now to our continuing coverage of the Kelsey Berreth case, and the court expects to finish group jury selection Friday, trimming a pool of 91 to 16, and then begin the murder trial of Patrick Frazee in the afternoon.
The burden of proof falls on prosecutors to prove that Kelsey Berreth is dead and that Frazee is responsible, even though her remains have not been found. But as our Sam Kramer reports, the so-called no-body trial carries a conviction rate that might surprise you.
Nearly a year after police say she was killed by Patrick Frazee, and despite months of ongoing investigation, including a landfill search for her remains, police still haven't found Kelsey Berreth, an apparent disadvantage for prosecutors headed to trial.
The body is really the best piece of evidence in a murder case. When you have the body, you typically will know how a murder happened.
But statistics show it's not as much of a problem as you might think. The Bureau of Justice Statistics reports no-body murders carry a conviction rate of 88% compared to just 70% for murders with the victim's body. Tad Tobias, a former federal prosecutor in Washington, D.C., now studies no-body murders. He says the stats are partially explained by the prosecutor's case selection.
When a no-body case goes to trial, a prosecutor is only going to take the strong cases to trial because there's such an obvious defense if you don't have the body.
Anticipating the defense questioning whether Berreth is actually dead, Tobias says prosecutors will then rely heavily on circumstantial evidence, like Crystal Kenny, Frazee's girlfriend, who detailed the crime, even specific spots where she says she left forensic evidence. The defense, though, is expected to attack her credibility. That's why cell phone data is key, as expert Mark Poff told us just days before Frazee's arrest.
Back in the 60s, fingerprints were huge in helping to solve a case. In the 80s and 90s, DNA. In the 21st century, cell phones and technology are the new DNA.
That evidence showed Berreth and Frazee's phones traveling together in the immediate days following the crime. Ultimately, it will be up to the jury to decide if that's enough to charge Frazee with murder beyond reasonable doubt. Always watching out for you, Southern Colorado. Sam Kramer, News 5.
And our Sam Kramer will be in the courtroom every day throughout the trial, but the court has severely limited our coverage capabilities. The judge denied the use of cameras, all live reporting, even banned the use of a sketch artist. Stick with News 5 both on air and online. We'll report the latest updates as soon as we can.